Guys, we are so back. Okay, the last video I made was last year, July, like the end of July. So it's almost a full year since we got anything about NieR Automata Ver 1.1a, and it ended on a cliffhanger from my memory of they were introducing one of these characters, and she had black hair, and it seems there's two of them. And of course, those who play the video games, obviously this is a different route because there's multiple routes within the same verse. You got A, B, C, but this is a different version, so it's mixing up like version A and version B and version C for a total different outcome in the anime version. So of course, even if you have played the games or even read the novels, you're still going to get something a little bit different by the time this whole entire show is done, and it will still tie into the lore of NieR Automata, right? So again, the last video I did what I remember from last year was Adam and Eve were destroyed, and now there's this new, I guess, virus or something that's another enemy that's coming in, and it's this girl who, when the interface changed after S2 or S2B, I forgot my boy's name real quick. Jesus, that's how you know it's been a minute. But after he was done talking to 9S, yes, 9S and 2B, 9S, then it changed to this weird little girl with black hair, and she grins so evilly because it's just like there's something that they're not telling us. You know, they're fighting for humanity and all that, but there's something much more insidious that's going behind the scenes, because from what you guys told me, I don't even think there's much humans left, or if there are, they're like probably sleeping on the moon base or something of that sort. So they've been fighting this war against machines for years, decades, and there has not been anything different. So and then also that mystery and something's coming after 9S, and oh my god, there's so much stuff, and it's been a minute. So I'm gonna stop chatting, and we're going to get into the first episode of part 2 or season 2 of NieR Automata Ver 1.1a. I like to call it episode 13. I see a 5,000. Jesus, 5,200. And this word is meaningless. Here we are to praying that there's no production issues this time around, like last time. Kind of killed the hype for it. Mm-hmm. There is. And here comes the machines. Oh, she started calling him that. Stone. I mean, y'all were fighting for years. Y'all could have probably ended this off. Oh. And every time Nines dies and rebooted, he's just starting from, oh god, something's gonna go wrong this season, bro. Don't tell me this boy died again. Oh yeah, he got back his somewhat memories. Girl, is this a trap? This is a setup for A2 or 2A, something like that. This is a setup. Okay. You sure? Yeah. Oh, okay. And you know she's doing this to protect herself. Ooh, dang. Oh yeah, it's gone. Oh, it was her. Who is you? Type B. Oh. Oh, you tired of yourself. I think she was just done. That's why she had that blank memory in her memory card. Yeah. Because 2B know what's going on. Oh boy. And I think this is why 2A deserted herself, because she knows like the bunker and the whole thing with Yorha versus the machines is just full of crap. What were you gonna do, Scanner? Mm. This makes me think this is probably the 9S you guys were talking about from the video game, where he kind of is like a little cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs for 2B. And the opening doesn't help by giving us that. He looks a little, yeah, mad. What the hell is going on? Now they don't trust each other? Oh! Oh! That's where she kept. Oh, nah. What? Whoa, nah. What? What the f. Bro, this one I might have to play it again. But then again, there's so many routes. Um. Oh, hell no. What the frig is that? What is that? Wait, what is that? What the f is going on? Now she's about to go really. Why? Why is she trying to. Bro. She's a type E. Oh, she was type E all the time. Oh, this is going back to season 1. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. What the fr. 90. Ooh. All the time she had to take him out. Number two. Oh, I kept calling her. Jesus. So that. So that means the next 9S that we're going to get is going to be the one that we saw in the opening. What is final battle? What? Okay. As someone has not played the games, please tell me, because I'm going to go with the on the limb that like the first part of the anime season one focus on routes A and B, because I know there's multiple route endings, and I remember reading up on one of them, and I think this is what season two part two is going to do. It's going to follow the route where Nines goes a little unhinged, hence why he doesn't have the blindfold, just like in the video game. I don't remember what part that was. All I did was read up on some of the parts, gameplay and all that stuff. I didn't do it but I read up on some of the parts sometime last year after the show ended, just so I can get an understanding. So I do know, and then I do remember that like a lot of you said that this anime is basically mix matching and mashing up a couple of endings, a couple of routes from the video game, right? So they're mixing up A, B, and C, and I'm guessing what they're gonna do now is like they're gonna give their own conclusion in the anime, but it's not to say they're not going to draw from the original source. And looking at the opening, it's telling us that like one, because since they introduced 2A, was it A2, and she's a pivotal character in the entirety of NieR Automata. She's going to show up more obviously because she wasn't in really the opening of last season, but like her appearance shifted a lot. And after the defeat of Adam and Eve and how their routes actually differed in the anime versus how they did it in the games. So obviously, again, like I said, they're going to take many important aspects from the game and put it into the show, but it's going to be different results. But one of the biggest ones that I've heard from many people over the course of NieR Automata during its days from 2017 to up until this point is I know a lot of fans are very excited about Nines because of his relationship with 2B, or her real affiliated name 2E, which is an executioner type. And every time she takes out Nines and everything, she's the one left with the memory of how she has it, because she starts to form some type of affection for him. Obviously we can tell, and it's starting to affect her. But this time around, from season 1 episode 12 up until this point, ever since he came back, he did get hurt, if I remember correctly, and then he was trying to search up stuff, hence why you saw that creepy little girl with the black hair and all that. She appeared, so I'm hoping she shows up in this season too, her, and I think it was twins, if I'm correct. It's twins, so it's going to be really creepy. I'm wondering, with 2A being more prominent in this season than she was in last season, and with those diabolical looking twins, if they're going to reveal, because NieR is going to be reborn, but with a lot more restrictions that he can't infiltrate or try to get information and all that stuff, and 2B is going to be assigned to him again. But I'm going to go on the limb, based on the information we have so far right now from the episode and the opening, and heck, even the ending, which shows a multitude of nines all laying on the ground with their eyes closed, presumably dead, and 2B, also known as 2E, is dancing around like she's mourning him, you know. I'm wondering, those two little evil twins and 2A is going to reveal some secret to Nines, which will lead him to have very conflicted feelings towards 2B, because from what I've read, Nines does end up having, even though 2B always says they're not supposed, it's forbidden, he's going to end up having feelings for her. That I know of from reading. But it's going to be a very twisted affection he's going to have towards her, and it's going to probably mess with his head, just like how Adam and Eve did back in season. It's a lot, bro. And I don't even think if I even play the games, it's going to give me a solidified answer either. Even if I watch some gameplay or like how the or game content or anything, because that's again, it's multiple routes we're talking about. So even if they do play kind of the same with differences in between, you're going to get different answers based on the choices you make. So and this version of the anime is mixing at least 3 different routes. So I don't know what the outcome is going to be of this one. Obviously, Nines is going to die and then he's going to be reborn. But I want to 100% want, since they said this is endgame, right? I want it where Yorha is exploited for all the things that they're hiding. This war, there was no war. The war been done. The war has been done, and they're not telling the soldiers or anybody anything. Humans, barely any humans, if not no humans, have survived. There's no humans on the moon. And if there is, they're in pods and they've been sleeping for years. They've been sleeping for years. This war was meaningless. And they're hiding something. And that's why every time they have to execute 9S, it's because he's getting closer to the truth. You know? But I think at this point now, we're getting into the story where he is going to be fed some information, and A2 knows something too, hence why she deserted. And people like 2B or 2E are sent out to look for people like them, or androids like them. But oh, this is opening up a bag of worms that I don't know how much episodes this season is going to have. Probably 12 or 13, but it's probably going to wrap up a lot that we need to know of. But because each moment you see she drawing out the sword, he's trying to hack. Oh, it's going to be bad when he comes back now. It's going to be a problem again. An even bigger problem if we're going by what the opening is and by all the lore that we already have from the video games, in which they're going to put into this particular season. So guys, if you are a video game player, if you are I think there is novels for this, of course, no major spoilers, but if you want to help along the lines for anime only people like myself who's trying to figure out, as long as I would greatly appreciate it to just help me understand this a little bit more. If you're anime only, what are your expectations? Are you going to go back and rewatch season 1 to get a better understanding of this? And how do you feel about overall this first episode, and were you expecting any of that to happen at all? The links are in the description box below. Full video will be on my Patreon, and I thank you all again for the massive support, okay guys? And to my supporters on Patreon, I know the list is not very long, but again, the support is greatly appreciated, and the list is just going to get longer and longer, okay? And I'm Kimmy-chan, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!